Today, we'll focus on a crucial skill in your academic career, responding to reviewers' comments during the publishing process. Whether you're a PhD student or postdoc, understanding how to handle feedback professionally and effectively can significantly influence your manuscript success. It's more than just correcting mistakes. It's about engaging in an academic dialogue to improve your research's clarity, rigor, and impact. Responding well to reviewers is key to getting your manuscript accepted. Think of reviewers not as gatekeepers, but as collaborators who help strengthen your work. Their feedback ranges from minor editorial suggestions to major experimental critiques. A respectful and thorough response shows that you value their input and take your work seriously. Conversely, ignoring comments or responding defensively can harm your reputation and delay publication. Remember, the response letter itself is almost as important as the revised manuscript because it guides the editor and reviewers through your changes. It's easy to feel discouraged by critical reviews, but it's important to reframe them as opportunities for growth. Even tough critiques can clarify your arguments and highlight gaps you might have missed. Give yourself time, maybe a day or two, before you start drafting your replies. This pause helps to reduce emotional reactions. Also, use this time to consult with your co-authors or mentors. They may offer valuable perspectives or help formulate constructive responses. Taking this collaborative approach often leads to a stronger manuscript and more effective responses. Preparation is critical before responding. I recommend compiling all reviewer comments in one document. A table or spreadsheet works well. Organize them by reviewer and categorize each as either a major or minor issue. Major comments might require new experiments or analyses, while minor ones could be clarifications or formatting fixes. Check the specific journal's author guidelines. Many journals provide detailed instructions on how to format your response letter. Finally, make sure all co-authors are on the same page regarding the responses and revisions to avoid conflicting changes. A good response letter has a clear, consistent structure. Start with an opening paragraph, thanking the reviewers for their time and briefly summarizing the major revisions you made. Then provide a point-by-point response to each comment. Copy the reviewer's exact comment, then respond below. Always reference where you made changes in the manuscript by citing page and line numbers. End with a polite note expressing appreciation and mentioning that you are submitting the revised manuscript along with a track changes version. Providing both versions makes it easier for reviewers to assess your revisions. Formatting your response letter properly helps convey professionalism. It's standard practice to highlight reviewer comments in bold or italics to distinguish them clearly from your replies. Use bullet points or paragraphs to keep responses clear and easy to read. Always number comments and responses sequentially, like Reviewer 1, Comment 2. This makes it easy for editors and reviewers to follow. Importantly, refer explicitly to manuscript changes by mentioning page and line numbers, figures, or tables. For example, page 5, line 12. This precision builds trust and reduces confusion. Maintaining a professional, respectful tone is crucial. Even when you disagree with a reviewer, avoid being defensive or dismissive. Instead, acknowledge the reviewer's point with phrases like, "We thank the reviewer for this insight," and then explain your perspective calmly and clearly. If the reviewer misunderstood something, clarify your original intent and improve the text accordingly. Never use sarcastic or emotional language. This can damage your professional reputation and alienate reviewers and editors. Not all comments carry equal weight. Minor comments often include things like typos, wording clarifications, or formatting. These are usually quick fixes that improve readability. Major comments, however, involve substantive issues like critique of your methodology, interpretation of data, or requests for additional experiments. You should address these carefully and fully. If you cannot perform additional experiments due to constraints, provide a clear and reasoned justification rather than ignoring the comment. Being transparent about limitations shows integrity. Several common mistakes can undermine your response letter. One is ignoring a comment entirely, which signals disrespect and can lead to rejection. Another is simply writing "done" or "corrected" without explaining what exactly changed or where. Avoid arguing emotionally or dismissing comments without explanation. And importantly, don't forget to reference the revised manuscript location. A good response should always be calm, detailed, and constructive, making it easy for reviewers to verify the changes. Here's a concrete example. Suppose reviewer 1 asks, "The methodology lacks detail about the enzyme kinetics assay." An effective response thanks the reviewer and states that you have expanded the method section to include the requested details, citing specific page and line numbers. This not only shows that you've addressed the issue, but also guides the reviewer directly to the changes. Clear, direct replies like this save time and build goodwill. Sometimes you may disagree with a reviewer's suggestion. For instance, if a reviewer recommends validating all RNA-seq genes by Western blot, you might explain that while you appreciate the suggestion, validating every gene is not feasible given the dataset size. Instead, you validate a representative subset and explain your rationale, citing relevant figures and discussion points. This demonstrates that you considered the comment seriously and took reasonable steps, balancing reviewer expectations and practical constraints. It's normal to feel upset or frustrated when receiving critical feedback, especially after investing years in your research. However, it's essential to manage these emotions professionally. Take a break, discuss the reviews with a trusted mentor or colleague, and focus on how you can improve your manuscript. Never include emotional or defensive language in your responses. Remember, the goal is to strengthen your work and maintain professional relationships. To streamline your response process, use tools like Microsoft Word tables or Google Sheets to track each comment and your response. If you write in LaTeX, platforms like Overleaf facilitate version control. Many publishers offer downloadable response letter templates, which you should utilize to align with journal expectations. Additionally, consult the Committee on Publication Ethics, COPE, guidelines for ethical and professional communication with reviewers and editors. Before submitting your response letter and revised manuscript, go through a checklist. Ensure that you have addressed every comment thoroughly. Check that your tone throughout is respectful and academic. Verify that every change is cited with exact page and line numbers. Confirm that you have justified major revisions or explained why certain requests were not feasible. Finally, proofread your letter carefully and have your co-authors review it to catch errors or inconsistencies. To summarize, treat reviewers as your collaborators who want to help improve your science. Respond to every comment, even if you disagree, and do so with courtesy and transparency. Make it as easy as possible for the editor and reviewers to follow your changes and say yes to your paper. Remember, your response letter is not just about defending your work, it's a professional reflection of your scientific integrity and communication skills. Thank you all for your attention. If you have any questions or want to discuss specific challenges you've faced responding to reviewers, please feel free to ask. Remember, peer review is a critical part of the scientific process. Learning to navigate it well is a skill that will serve you throughout your career. If you found this presentation helpful, please like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on research and data management.